Hello, Royalties of Peace, turning the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. How are you all doing today? Yes, today is the 1st of March. The 1st of March. Wow. How much more can we express of this month, this new month? February has just advanced. February has given us farewell and advanced. Now it's March. Now it's March at the greatest of light, the greatest of enlightenment. Does it mean April is not in the light yet? It's amazing how we all are of the same height. Like when they call your name, you say present. Does not mean that you're lesser or greater than the other. When the roaster call, when the roaster call is enabled, we all are present in the class. We all are of higher class. We are all of one great family of battlefield free from January to December. When they call your name, you only answer present. You only identify yourself of I am that I am. I am not moving or shaking or going anywhere. Even when they don't call you, you know you're present. Do not wait for them to call you to know that you're present. You have to already know that you're present. That even when they skip you several times and have to call you another time, don't get grieved. Don't get upset of why did you miss calling me all this time and calling only them. You have to be able to stand your ground. It's time to understand what is self-will. Inferiority does not exist. Inferiority does not exist. If you make yourself inferior, you must try to align back of expected. Now, must everyone who is standing be able to elevate you? Because when you are fallen and no one is trying to elevate you, it only shows a weakness on the other side. It's time for us to begin to really understand what we are missing. When you say, I'm the one in the light, and you care not about the one that is thinking that they're in the dark, or maybe laughing or making fun of them. You're only expressing your own new sort of a diagnosis, which no one understood existed, as symptomatic of weaknesses. Does not mean that you don't have a weakness, but that your weakness has not yet been understood. When the most greatest has one that says they have a weakness, it's only an awareness of a weakness of sight. A weakness you can never ignore. A weakness you can never deny. When the other falls short, you've also fallen short. It is just what it is. There is no way. There is no way out. There is no way out. The only difference between you and the one falling short on purpose or not is that you are still a fullness of knowledge. You are still able to manage yourself of expected. Means that you are the prevention better than cure, though prevention and cure is the same. It's very important for us to let the young ones understand what is going on of truth. You need not come to the most complicated of existence to know this. That even when you have gracefully parted from this world, there's no need of returning, but every other still experiencing this state of the journey to understand the need of not returning. When you need no more a classroom, but just career, everyone working, why try to make a classroom? When you've occupied all the classrooms with jobs, why would you want to make a space to make a classroom? Someone is trying to have a baby. Someone is having a baby and we have to make a crib, a room, or something. Don't worry, it's just a small room. It's just a small room. But I tell you the truth, that room is going to need to grow. Don't just say it's just going to be a small space. The baby does not take much space. You'll be surprised how long you'll be in that place and the baby requiring to have your own room. It's time for us to begin to really reflect carefully. Yes, March 1st. March 1st of 2023. What does this mean to us? I just turned 40. 40. And that means that time runs, time flies, time is like a blink of an eye. Time is ghost. Time is ghost. You don't know where it comes from and you don't know where it's going to. Human life is ghost. We are living a ghost life. We are living a ghost life. Royalties of peace, turning the storm back to peace that has no storm. It's like a daydreaming in reality. It is a ghost life. It's time for us to really reflect with respect and modesty. Do not try to baffle someone because we are in battlefield free. But when you start taking someone's truth to be like a baffling, you may be having a different kind of a diagnosis of a weakness. Some have fallen standing up. That when you're standing up, they start looking at you like, don't you make it look like people can fall. But when you're already fallen standing up, by the way you speak, when you're aggressive standing up, you are not different from the one that is fallen, trying to understand standing up. Asymptomatic can be very, very, very dangerous. Asymptomatic can be very, very dangerous, but it's curable if the individual knows how to manage, knows how to hold on to prevention, because prevention is the same cure. No one will tell you you have to fall down and start with cure. Then they haven't understood what prevention is, that they have to be able to attain to once they are cured. Because once you're cured and you're able to stand, you must hold on to prevention. If you don't hold on to prevention, you will find yourself falling again looking for cure. When prevention is better than cure, you must know why you are curing yourself to stand. It's time for us to really reflect with modesty. No one can take no one's place. Even the one fallen still has a name. Their name is still their name, and they are holy and very holy. Sometimes standing up may seem like you are holy than the others standing. I tell you the truth. All you're just signifying is we can stand even after we fall, but I tell you, do not fall. When someone is standing, feeling like, oh my goodness, I am greater than you standing, what you should understand is when you fall, you can stand, but dare you not fall. Dare you not fall. That is just all what the excitement is all about. If you understand the excitement, you will not want to taste fall. You will not want to say, oh my goodness, why is he standing up feeling so excited? Maybe I should try to fall because I don't feel this excited. It's time for us to really, really think. Think, reflect. Critical thinking is very important. Reflect with modesty. Reflect with kindness to yourself so you can be kind to others. It is true the patient is the center of care. My dear nursing school, I am glad to learn that because that has been part of my healing process. Before you neglect someone trying to stand, before you look back and curse those who made you fall, when you know that the patient, the one with the weakness, is the center of care, you stand without reluctance. You stand with modesty. You stand without stepping on another. You stand without arrogance. You stand without limiting yourself to the effective healing that you deserve. That when you're standing and someone is still holding you back, you have the patience because you have the knowledge of truth. Does not mean you stay in the patience of pain, but you must be able to adjust yourself. Because a baby is pulling your shirt almost off does not mean you will let the baby pull your shirt off. You will hold on to the shirt and make sure it is covering you while you're trying to educate the baby not to pull you that way, but rather try to tap you on the hand. You're trying to tell the baby where to hold you. You must be also at the same time pulling your shirt together. Even if people have seen your nakedness, I tell you the truth. The truth about it is you're covering your nakedness when it is exposed. When you fall, your standing tells everyone you're still with wisdom. Some may want to stain you with, but you have wisdom, but you've fallen. But a reminder to them, your falling. They are falling too. For those who want to criticize you of after falling. Because if they were really aware of you being present, that they see your fall, they should have been able to know when you're about to fall, to hold you not to fall. You should be wise. Do not let others hold you back or criticize you or make you feel less. There are those who are just waiting to see that you've fallen and stand and hold you. It is their weakness. You will think that, oh my goodness, oh, enemies, enemies. Don't you say, I don't care about enemies. It is only an awareness of diagnosis. You'll be so glad to know where air is coming out from your parachute. You'll be so glad than having the parachute just go down. And you'll be like, no signal, really? No signal, really, people? It's very important to know where your weakness is coming from. Does not mean that you go digging them and digging them to find out if it's not about digging them. Once you're walking and you feel a weight on your leg, be glad that you know that there's a weight and you fix it before you fall. Do not let the weight become so normal and then you're struggling becomes so easy, but having the weight. I'm practicing. What are you practicing, world? This is Women's Month. What am I driving to? When we think that we are not weak, but weak. When we say we are strong, but weak. What is a muscle? What is a muscle? When you're enabling strength of a muscle, what is it for? It's not about how big your muscle is. It's what you do with it. If you think your muscle is to punch a woman, that is the most weakest muscle I've ever seen. When a woman looks at a man and says, wow, he is so well built, and have the man punch at a child, the muscle loses its strength, no matter how significant it stands. When a woman stands and says, I am independent, and have to molest a child or hurt a child, the woman becomes a child. Your diagnosis, it is not about condemning. It's about seeking wellness. It's not about a complicated grief. It's about seeking wellness. If I have to pass by and see you abusing a child, and I come to you and call you wicked, I just diagnosed myself. When you are a child, they will put weight on you. And when you grow up, they start pushing it out upon you. They will tell you, be careful of what you do when you're a kid, because it will haunt you when you grow up. But you find yourself doing the same things you don't want to do, and you don't understand why. When they put a trap for you and tell you, if you fall in that trap, you are gone. But all you have is that path to go through and a big hole to cross. And you're trying to cross that hole in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you get frustrated at towards 4.5 and like, I gotta jump. I cannot stay stagnant. Human life. Inferiority. Inferiority is speaking to us. Women's Month is a month to honor inferiority. How do we honor inferiority? How do you honor your sickness? How do you honor your weaknesses? How do you honor your limitations? It's by seeking wellness and not a complicated grief. It's by seeking wellness and not a complicated grief. You will not rub shoulders. You will not bruise each other. But therapeutic communication When therapeutic means modesty, it's very important for us to be able to have a therapeutic communication, communication with modesty, with respect, mutual relationship. Our mutuality, respect may be very limited right now, but it grows if we grow it. It takes taking care of the seed. When you plant it, you grow it with hope. The first, the first strength given to the seed is your faith, your belief is in the ground. It's not showing out. It takes your faith and patience to have it growing. When you have given it time and it hasn't showed up at a time, it's when you dig it to find out if it's still a seed or it has become ground. Because a seed is ground. A seed is ground. It grows for you. Turning stone into bread should not be of sight, should not be able to be seen, like you will not want to eat because you're greater than the flesh. Let those who are out of the flesh turn your stone to bread for you. But now stone should not become waste. There is clean stone. There is clean stone and there is stone that is contaminated. There are clean beings and those that are disabled, more disabled. Those that are able to clean, they clean. Those that are not able to clean have their own part that they're able to do. Look at all creatures on earth. You will testify. The bacteria takes care of the ground. The humans take care of the outside world. The outside world, meaning the outside the ground. Now, humans have their own limitation of outside the world that they take care of. Gravity will tell them where they have to stop. We have to be able to tell the difference. Do not become too curious. There's a reason for curiosity. When you've passed the time you're supposed to be in a place, you find yourself so stuck and struggling. You start looking outside. When you become so frustrated, you are tempted to cross on the other side the earliest possible. Thinking is the earliest possible, but the slowest. Oh, I have no more patience. A woman and a man are one of the mind. The mind is the battlefield free, but you must humble yourself being a woman. The man does the greater work. The woman does the little work. Even if the man receives more than the woman, where does the money go to? It comes home. There's a reason why there are distinctions. There are distinctions so that we are able to travel this road gracefully, understanding that inferiority grows back to superiority of the right mind. If you're not of the right mind, you cannot be superior. You stay inferior. But when the superiority that you know is arrogant pride, you are stuck with low self-esteem. What is inferiority? Inferiority is beautiful. Inferiority is not low self-esteem. Being a woman is not inferiority. What we define of feminism is low self-esteem, not inferiority. Inferiority is not a weakness. It's a beautiful design. It's like a lion with stripes. What you see is a tiger with its beauty, or a horse with bruises, rather a zebra with beautiful stripes. The difference between a horse with bruises and a zebra with its beautiful stripes. They are lines, but different. We must be able to express what a woman means. A woman should not be mistaken for low self-esteem. It's how we define womanhood that is complicated to the children today. of what they understand womanhood is. And when they grow up, they just want to be so arrogant or of low self-esteem. They find themselves not finding humble pride, being a woman anymore to a man. What has been bruising a woman, we must find out this month. Keep watching next Wednesday for us to really define what a woman is really struggling with. What is really the signal that a woman is trying to express? What is that pressure inside? What is that pressure inside, oh woman? What is that pressure inside? From a woman to a woman this month. From a woman to a woman this month. Let us honor our month. Let us honor inferiority. Let us honor our recovery from the weaknesses. That your diagnosis is seeking wellness and not a complicated grief. Not low self-esteem, not arrogant pride. Can a woman ever speak about a woman without speaking about the womb and Mother Nature and Mother Earth? Can a woman ever speak about being woman without speaking about the womb or about Mother Nature or Mother Earth? Keep watching and keep tuned for next Wednesday, Water Day, my Water Day, my blessed Water Day, my honorable Water Day. Thank you for watching. Peace steals the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace.